Welcome.
Hi guys, how you doing? It's not only us, it's Blaze and Roman in the corner.
Yes.
Yes, so just so you know.
We have Tommy behind the camera. Thank you for joining us. This show is mostly dedicated to this, the all-new 2022 Blaze. No, Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing because a lot of people refuse to call it a Jeep, especially the PR people from Stellantis,
Yeah.
but it is. The good news is, if you have a lot of money to burn, this might be the right vehicle for you because this one comes in at,
Well, we'll tell you that a little bit later.
Oh.
And also, what we want to do at the end of this video is also count and show you all of the Jeep logos on this Grand Wagoneer.
Even though it's not a Jeep, technically.
So, and also, of course, your questions, that's why Roman is here with Blaze, is because your questions and comments, we'll address them as we go.
Yeah, if they're mean questions, we are going to sick Blaze on you, just so you know. That's why we have him here. He's a security dog. So let's start with this vehicle. Now, first of all, what you are looking at here is a glorified Ram 1500.
Well, kind of, yes. Of course, it's a full-size three-row SUV. It's all new. It just went on sale, a couple of months ago.
Right.
It has a proper, fully boxed frame. I was there when it launched in New York in August of this year, and I saw that frame with my own eyes. And of course, yes, it's a truck-based SUV. It does have a different rear suspension, but it also has all new styling, which is really controversial. So let us know in the comments below. What do you think?
This is the controversy. Look at the side of this vehicle, which, by the way, looks a lot like a Tahoe. And what you're going to see are kind of small wheel tire combo in what is a very long vehicle. And I think that that is part of the issue. The fact is that it looks long and low. There is good news. This one has air suspension, which means it can jack up, what, 11 inches?
Up to, well, they say 10 inches of ground clearance. So there's like several inches of play all the way from the down. This is a normal ride height right now. It also has the exit mode where you can
go even lower.
And then two off-road modes where you can go up 1 inch and then another inch. If I was, well, this is a controversy, right? The pillars, right?
Yeah.
The pillars are body color. Because it's a Grand Wagoneer, this is blacked out. The roof is blacked out. There's also the Wagoneer version, which is a little bit more affordable.
It's a lot more affordable, but
Yes.
it also has a smaller engine. But I wanted to show you guys something while we're talking about the side. Ready?
Bam.
Boom. So that is a very big running board, step board.
That's a size 12.
It is indeed. So I wanted you to, and Tommy, I hate to make you do this, but if you go down lower, you're going to notice that without this step coming out, that is an unfinished portion underneath. Which fascinated me because usually when you see these steps on trucks and whatnot, the trucks are already finished, right? The components are already there, and then this is secondary. In other words, this was built with this in mind. This step has to be part of this. It's all part of one component.
It's integral.
Yeah, which is fascinating to me. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Now we are going to be fielding questions specifically about this vehicle. By the way, I wanted to point out something that someone asked me. They just sent me a text on it right before we got started. They wanted to know about the exhaust, whether or not there are big exhaust ports.
Yeah, why not?
And then there's not.
Well, so this potentially could be a style decision, right? There is an exhaust that's coming out actually
Right over there.
on both sides, in fact. Well, I don't think we can start the engine indoors.
We can, but we're going to choke out Roman, Tommy, and the dog. So why not a big exhaust port right here? That was the question that I got, because everybody else is doing it or faking it if they're German. And in my case, I'm going to tell you straight out, I would rather have the exhaust tucked away as much as humanly possible, because this is, at the end of the day, sort of an off-road vehicle. So I don't want it scraping, because we will scrape it.
Or it doesn't need to be chrome, right? I mean, if it's chrome, it can be scratched.
I'm fine with it not being chrome, yeah.
So I think, this vehicle, when it starts up anywhere, on the street, etc., it's awesome.
Okay,
Roman,
we've got our first question.
yeah, what is it?
Is there a Trailhawk trim? That's a really good question.
No, but there should be. And there should be an SRT version too, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, maybe it's all coming. So here, let's go over the versions, right?
Yeah.
So there's the Wagoneer Series 2 and 3, and that's where it starts at about 69,000, 70,000.
With the smaller Hemi in it.
With a smaller engine.
Right.
less power. Then there's the Grand Wagoneer, which is what this is. Same size, but luxury and engine is taken to the next level. 6.4. We'll show you that in a second.
Right.
Luxurious trims. Series 1, 2, 3, Obsidian.
This is the Series 1, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it's already freaking loaded. It's got so much stuff in it. So it's kind of mind-boggling that they actually have higher-end versions of this vehicle.
But if you do want to go off-road, it does have 4-low. It does have a limited slip differential in the back. It has drive modes. It has blinking lights. It has all of that.
You know what else it has?
What?
And we noticed this earlier when we were doing this. So this carpeting, just this pad alone, I kind of want this in my house. Feel how plush that is. Seriously, Tommy, get your hand in here. Feel that. Just push it down.
Ooh, and I also...
I mean, isn't that... okay, I'm sorry. I know little things make me happy. And then you have a storage area under here. Now, the tire, spare tire, which I believe is full size, right?
Yep.
Is underneath, but you have the jack and some other components here to help you get out of a horrible situation. But if you are financially capable of buying this, then you are capable of having a crew come and rescue you. Speaker over there.
Actually, this has the Macintosh stereo with up to 23 speakers.
That's ridiculous.
23.
And then above that, what is that right there?
With little hangers.
No. Hold to set. Oh, that's for the tailgate height. So
Yes.
we can actually make this thing higher
Or lower.
because we're ducking. Well, you guys are ducking.
Actually, this is a cool detail. I don't know if you can see, but there's
It's
a
an
little
LED light?
Yeah,
Of course you can see that.
it lights up.
And then, of course, if you want to drop the seats back here,
Bam, bam.
you got all of these fully automated. There's a lot more automation with these seats, which you'll see later on.
One touch, look.
And they actually move relatively quick. There are other vehicles out there where they're painfully slow. That's pretty quick.
And this creates a huge area. I mean, it's not quite a suburban size, as you can see by this
a
distance
Tahoe,
here.
I would say.
But it's kind of a large Tahoe.
And that's interesting. Look over there where the cup holder goes and all that in the air conditioning vent.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. Back
Yeah.
in the old days, they would have an ashtray there or something like that.
Ooh, you said that's right.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying that, with these luxury vehicles, that's what they had, a little chrome one or whatever hanging there. Well, this reminds me, and I've mentioned this on video before, when you guys see these other videos, you'll understand. My dad had a 84 Lincoln Town Car. I think it was a Cartier, maybe it was an 85. And it was the most luxurious car my family ever had. Oh, there we go.
He wants to put something in there to show him how big it is.
Oh, I was going to put myself in there. No?
Why don't you put Jeff in there?
Put Jeff in
there you
there, it's
go.
even better.
Okay. This is our assistant, Jeff. Blaze is on, he went on break.
So sabbatical.
Yeah, sabbatical. So this is a pretty large bear. And this bear lays down here pretty much right behind this third row. Or he can lay down this way. And look, he's already comfy. He's already all the way in.
Yeah, and the deal is that even the second row will fold down flat with these captain's chairs. So Jeff could, come over here. And if he comes all the way, let's see, what was he about? 4'10", 4'10"? Anyway, the point is that you could probably lay in here pretty comfortably if you had
Pull
to.
him out. Put him on the ground. Put him next to you. We can figure out how tall he is.
Okay, let's test it. And also, we'll show you, of course, more of the interior. And okay, so I'm 6'2" and a half.
Yeah, I'd say he's about 4'10". I think Nathan's right. He's wider than he is taller.
He's a,
Me or the bear?
he's a thick guy.
Yeah, me or the bear?
No.
Bunch of punks.
Inspector Boyd is saying for 91K he's buying a TRX.
Well, yeah, obviously, yes, but there are people out there who reproduce a lot. And as such, they need to put humans in something that has more than 5 seats. That's kind of where the idea of this goes. Also, very big deal, down there is a very important component of this vehicle.
Yeah, do you want to hold
Yeah,
this
I'll
really
got
quick? Let me take this off. Every Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer come with a hitch, so it's not an option. And it's partially because the hitch is built into the frame.
Yeah, this is really cool. I didn't know this part.
And the reason why it's built into the frame, the engineers were telling me, is they wanted really good towing capability. The Grand Wagoneer is capable of up to 10,000 pounds. Of course, your trailer connections are here, 2-inch receiver. So it's really built into the structure of it, so it's capable. But we'll find out exactly how capable when we do the Ike.
So rather than it being something that you bolt onto the frame, you're actually getting this into the frame welded into it.
All right,
as,
so
It's part of
go
it.
ahead.
So Andre, Dan Atkinson wants to know if this is the successor to the Commander. No, it doesn't even have a Jeep
That
badge
Commander
on it.
was not great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll show you up to 7 little tiny Jeep artifacts
Why don't you
on
show
this.
the inside?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's go in the front.
Show them how big it is. The thing about the Commander was really built for 5 people, and then the rear seats were sort of an afterthought. And the whole purpose of that was so they could compete in that segment. But
Yes.
it really was a Grand Cherokee based on the older platform. This is a completely different animal.
Yeah, and it's much larger. It's it's proper. There's lots of space in all 3 rows. Like we said, this is a Grand Wagoneer, so it has an even more luxurious interior. I can actually power up the screen for you. Oh,
Which
let
also
me
is
close.
this screen down here.
Let me close.
I see Nathan was driving it. Ozzy's Boneyard.
Yeah, sorry. I know, and it's almost sacrilege to play like heavy metal and punk rock in a vehicle like this, but I did anyway. So there's also this climate control system here for the middle row, heated and cooled second row seats. That's really cool. And then you've got all this here too, which is
and charging points and everything like this.
air
and
conditioning vents, which are great to have down there because you have this massive thing up here.
panoramic roof.
Oh, I didn't even know you had that. Oh, cool.
It has massage.
Yeah.
So this is my massage screen. I always have it handy when I'm in the Grand Wagoneer. Front driver and the front passenger has access
What do
to
all those
that.
buttons do, Andre?
A lot.
Okay.
So this is all of your.
Sorry.
These are your massage options. You also have front climate control system, seat positioning, rear climate, screen off, and a secret, I would call this James Bond compartment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, your gun hole.
Well,
cubby.
No, that's
actually, no. The gun safe is over here.
There is a gun safe.
There literally is a gun safe.
So, Roman, do you have a
Yeah,
combination for this?
what's the combination, Roman?
I have no clue. What is the combination? of
We
it?
don't
I thought
know.
he had the codes.
You can use a key. You can use a key. Use a key
Ah.
that's on the key.
Andre, use key.
Use key.
By the way, that's the key fob, obviously, and it weighs a lot, which is great. It kind of feels expensive.
Does that work? Does that work in there?
Try it.
Try it.
Let's see.
Let's find out.
I've never done this before.
Uh-huh. See?
Wow, what
There's
if
always a
something
first.
Like,
Ah.
I wonder what's in there.
Wow!
Oh, no!
Oh,
Wow.
what's in there?
Nothing.
Oh, that's where you keep
But
your gun, huh?
but
I was
but
hoping it would be like Mike Manley's like leftover stuff.
but,
all right.
but here's the thing. You could put I think at least a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper in here.
Why
Okay.
Dr. Pepper?
Why specific? Okay, whatever. Close
Well,
that.
because most of our friends drink Dr. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
okay, that's what it is. So, by the way, wait, leave this up for a second.
What,
I want
what,
to show
what?
because it's a really good place to show the example. This wood grain, is this real? Because
Yes.
it certainly looks it and it feels it. That's nice.
Well,
can you guys see
take that down? Take that down.
So this is also another charging point now, all that there too, and it's all felt on the inside. You kind of see where they put the money in this vehicle, you know what I mean? With these really
interior, yeah.
squishy, very nice seats and then this wood. I am impressed. At first when I saw it, I laughed and I thought, who would pay? I've driven it a couple times and I really like it.
What are the off-road modes, Andre?
Yes,
The off-road modes. Let's
big
take
toggles.
a closer look. So a couple things. 4 low, like I said, is available. You can do it here. This is your mode select here, and it's mostly for off-road. Although auto mode is the default, sport mode is for sporty driving. There's snow, sand, mud, and rock. And we have a off-road video coming later on this week on TFL Off-Road, where we'll show you a lot of these modes and how this performs in the Rocky Mountains. And over here is your height settings for your air suspension.
Where that big toggle switch is, can you show them that toggle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the toggle,
I like toggles.
I think right now it's trying to come up actually, even though the engine
It is
not.
coming up. I feel it. It's either that or I took Viagra. So I'm pretty sure that's the vehicle doing that.
Whoa. And the hill descent control is here. Tow haul mode is here. And Tommy, can you see this? It has a integrated trailer brake controller. So it's proper. You know, it's set up for towing or off-roading or carrying people.
Why don't you pop the hood?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, wait, before you guys go, people want to know how many charging points.
Oh, geez.
Lots. So
1, 2, 3. Well, are you counting the 120 or the 115? That's
So
here?
there's lots. There's at least 4 up here. There's 2 down there, 2 here,
No, there's
two
another
more
one
in the back.
Yeah, there's two here.
There's a dozen or more.
4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in here, 14,
Plus 4.
16.
Yes. Two more in the third row, so that's at least
18.
18.
So, like, less than 20 maybe? It's a lot.
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop it. Oh, turn it on, would you, Andre? Turn it on.
Are you going to drop it all the way?
I'm gonna drop it, yeah.
Slam it.
Sorry for the beeping.
I won't drop it. That's okay, just show me.
It says vehicle cannot lower. It doesn't like it.
Probably because,
Probably because the engine is on.
yeah. We can fire it up for a second or two, it won't kill us.
Let's look at this beast because this is kind of a key. By the way, these are 20-inch wheels. We've shown you here. 22s are also available.
I don't mind the look of the 20-inch wheels, I just don't think they're necessary.
I think it needs more
Is that better?
tire. It needs a bigger tire, I would say.
A way bigger tire.
So this hood is, well, it doesn't look huge from the outside, but this engine compartment is insanely big, I think, because it's hiding this big V8 with no issue. 471 horsepower,
Right.
455 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic. Like we said, four-wheel drive is available, and there is a little bit more, just special touches. Born in America, built in Warren, Michigan.
There
Designed in
are a lot
Auburn.
of American flags on this vehicle. We'll point those out too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have a very important request.
Yes.
People want to see you guys in the back row, in the third
In
row.
the,
Got
in the
it.
very, very third
Someone
row.
Here, you grab this.
I'll go with the seats.
Okay. It's always, of course.
You want Jeff back there too?
This is going to be insane.
Oop, wrong one.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, there you go.
It's one touch.
I got it.
So, I'm gonna put my phone here. I like having those things. That's what you're supposed to do, like that, and like that.
Okay, you first, Nathan.
Nope, not me. Jeff.
Oh, Jeff is first?
Yep.
Okay, Jeff is first. We've determined he's at least 4'6".
4 foot, 4'6". I think he's taller than that. All right, doesn't matter. There's Jeff. Okay.
Okay, now I'm folding this seat. There's Nathan. Here we go. Here's a light. There's a light for us.
Come on, Andre.
And then, let me climb in. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know what? Let me, just for a second. First of all, do you have enough legroom?
Yeah, actually, my legroom's great.
Insanely good.
Yeah.
So let me move this back.
And don't these recline?
Oh, sorry, it's coming up again. But anyway, the point is, look at the ceiling.
There you go.
Thank you, Roman. Look at the ceiling. Plenty of headroom.
Yeah, my own sunroof.
Yeah, we have our own sunroof. Plenty of legroom.
What you tell about that camera, Andre?
Oh, it's the fam cam.
Fam cam. Okay.
Well, I don't know if that's the marketing term, but it's actually a camera where you can see these 4 positions from the driver's seat.
From the driver's seat, and you can click it. They have it on their vans too.
And we have little hooks, little lights.
Well, I think the cup holder section is actually really cool.
Why is Roman closing us in?
I want to try the fan cam.
Okay.
Okay.
See if it works. Do you know where it's at?
Yeah, there's a button in the row in the front of your shifter. There should be. Oh, actually, under apps
Whoa.
inside, click vehicle inside the screen. What? It's power adjustable.
It's power adjustable reclining.
Roman, click the vehicle tab
Third row.
down below, to the right. Up, vehicle, and there should be a camera, fam cam.
There you go. Fan cam. There you go, Tommy.
Oh, Tommy, show that.
Give him a little piece of
Oh,
your
this
mind.
is a very
Yeah,
weird view of me.
boy.
Why is it black and white?
Because it's night vision.
night vision.
Select seat to zoom view. Hold on.
Ooh.
Zoom in on Nathan.
I got a little something for you to zoom on.
No. That's the bear.
And you know, the bear girth aside, if the bear wasn't here, actually, let's toss the bear because 2 full-size adults back here. You sure, Tommy? All right. There you go.
Okay.
So seriously, 2 full-size adults.
Oh, thank you for that.
Wait. Check this out, guys. I don't know if you saw me playing with it earlier. So there's a button. That's so cool. There's a third row that lets you do that, and it's electric.
Power adjustable.
That's very cool. So, power adjustable seats, headrest, well, not so much, but headroom is pretty good. Legroom is fantastic, and there's plenty of elbow room, and we could throw a third person here.
For a third row, I think this is probably best in class, I would say.
This is really impressive. We could get Alex or Tommy in between us and not even hit our elbows.
Yes.
So, I got some comments for you guys.
Yes.
Damien is saying the Jeep should have a diesel option to compete with the GM Duramax.
Well, they do have that 3-liter, but I don't know if that would really compete. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what they should have? Well, let's talk about efficiency. Can we come out first?
Yeah.
Let's talk
Roman,
about.
can we come out now?
So let's get out.
Yep. And by the way, the entrance and exit area is not too bad if you do it right.
Thank you for mentioning efficiency. That's important, of course. This is a big vehicle. It weighs about 6,300 pounds. Please excuse Nathan.
What, who?
Nothing.
He's messing with me.
So the EPA rates the Grand Wagoneer, the one with the big engine, at 13 city, 18 highway, and 15 combined. So by itself, those numbers are not impressive.
No.
But I had it over a few days, over the weekend, and I drove from the office to work, home, and I got 20 mpg using the highway route.
20
and I got
mpg
about
on the highway.
Yes, and I got about 18 using the city route.
I would ask some questions, so let me stand by the mic here.
Yes, yes.
So first of all, Old Timer gave us $2.
Thank you,
Old-timer, you
Old-timer.
always support us. Thank
He
you.
said, D, Jeff, and more videos. So one of the questions, and we're going to kind of go off topic here now. So maybe Andre, you can answer this one. Why aren't we doing more super and heavy duty truck videos right now?
That's because the trucks are not really available. So for 21 and into the 22 model year, first of all, the heavy duty trucks were not updated. And also we were having trouble getting our hands on them because of the shortages. So those are the 2 big reasons. In about, I'm hoping, second half of 2022, we'll be doing more heavy duty hikes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are complaining that it's too expensive, but that's kind of, well, you should talk about why truck and car prices are so high right now.
Well, that and then also competition because, like, Cadillac, this competes with the Escalade and vehicles like that, and they're expensive too. So that's kind of part of it. But there's also, right now prices for trucks are ridiculous.
That is true. So it starts at about 69, and with destination just
Is that
over 70.
the
That's the regular Wagoneer.
right?
The Grand Wagoneer starts at around 88. This one is 91,000. They tap out at about 105-ish. Yes, that's a lot of money. That's 6 figures, but you're getting the power, the capability, and the luxury. So, yeah, the prices are high, but you're also getting a lot.
People want to know its payload.
1,400 pounds. Do you want to show that? Because that's pretty impressive.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. What I'm trying to say is when you're carrying 7 people or 6 people or 8, payload is very important, especially in the holiday season, as I'm eating a lot. So 1,400 pounds. I don't know if you could see it.
Why is it?
It's beeping because the lights are on and the engine is on.
Okay.
I mean the accessories.
Is this more useful than a minivan?
No, minivan is more logical to get because you're able to get in and out of it easier. It will get better mileage. It holds probably as much.
How much can your minivan tow, Nathan?
Whoa, hold on one second here.
Come on.
They're asking a logical question. I'm giving them a logical answer. So with the exception of towing, minivans are far more utilitarian. However, if you want to go off-road, if
Yes.
you want to be luxurious, if you want
Yes.
to eat caviar and at the same time listen to the music that Roman listens to,
What about Grey Poupon?
no, that's
Any off-road packages?
Well, so you're kind of looking at it, almost. And the reason why there's not a special off-road package, but it's a 4-wheel drive with 4-low and 20-inch wheels and these dualer tires. This is kind of off-roady as it gets. Like I said, limited slip differential, 4-low, air suspension.
Air suspension. Now, something very interesting about the air suspension, if you guys are curious. The air suspension is the best working on this vehicle that I've ever experienced out of any vehicle with air suspension. Off-road, it's more compliant than the other air suspension systems that put the vehicle up and it almost feels like it's up on sticks. This one actually has some give to it. And I'm really impressed with the amount of articulation you can get out of such a big, heavy vehicle with air suspension.
All right, question, Navigator, which would you get? Which would you rather get? Grand Wagoneer, or Navigator, or Escalade, or Lexus LX?
Well, I haven't driven the LX yet.
They're all in kind of the same, yeah, there's a new one, we haven't driven.
Yeah,
There's
we
a new
haven't
one.
driven that
Yeah.
new one yet. So far, this, by far. But one that you didn't mention was the GMC Yukon AT4 with the diesel. That would be my choice. I just adore that vehicle, but this is really impressive.
How about you, Andre?
I would pick this for a couple of reasons.
Towing.
Well, towing, the ultimate gauntlet is still to come.
Yeah.
So that's still to come. But the power of this powertrain, it's class leading. 471 horsepower is more than the Cadillac. It's
Yeah.
more than the others.
More
I
than
know it's not the
EcoBoost
torquiest
engines.
ones engine, but the power, the ride quality, and the interior, I choose this.
Yeah, this really does ride like a pimp mobile. I understand why you like it. But,
Dave Murphy donated $25. He
wow,
says,
Dave, thank you.
Dude.
happy holidays, guys. Thanks for all the great content.
Thank
Dave
you.
Murphy, thank you.
And there are a lot of issues. Now, this is one actually I'd like to comment on.
Yeah.
A lot of issues about reliability. And reliability, guys, is like trying to turn around a super tanker. It takes a long time. But actually, most of the FCA vehicles and now Stellantis vehicles we've had have been very reliable. I'm not sure. People are kind of always living like 10 years ago versus today, right? So I know that, and this is questionable, but I know that a reliability survey from JD Power just came out, and Ram was at the top of that. And so, it's like I say, people are living in yesterday's world, not today's.
There are a couple things to address to that, and I think Andre would agree. First of all, the 6.4 in this and the 5.7 that's in the smaller version, I guess you could say, they have both been proven to be pretty reliable. The 8-speed automatic transmission, not a lot of issues with those either. And this is based on information that we've seen online and also personal testimony. And then on top of that, so you have a platform that's already proven in this vehicle, right? Now, some people will say, well, recently Jeep had a recall for headlights, which they did with the Grand Cherokee. We posted a story. Except, so did BMW recently, so did Toyota recently, so did a whole bunch of other people. Recalls happen faster because you're hearing about it quicker because social media. So, I'm not trying to defend Jeep or FCA or Stellantis, but the point is that with this powertrain, I'm willing to say that at least with the powertrain, it's a pretty good start.
I would agree, and I think time will tell.
Yeah.
I hate saying that, but with the reliability questions, we need to see where it is a year or two from now.
Right.
And exactly, because it's a complicated vehicle. It's very
Can we
luxurious.
get a long-term, Roman? Can we buy one of these, please?
We're not buying a long term.
Damn!
No. Hey, but we do want to find out where the Jeep logos are. So why don't you?
Yeah,
guys
let's
go-
do that.
let's do
Okay.
that. Yeah, go show
You ready, Tommy?
Okay.
Here we go. Now, first of all, under the hood, I don't know if you saw that, there was an American flag. There's plenty of those as well. But first, Jeep logo right there. Can you see that?
So each headlight has a Jeep logo.
Yeah, each one of those. So that's two.
Okay.
And then, windshield. No little Jeeps there, but a really big Jeep down here, by the way. Okay, next logo. There she is. I don't know if you can see that from that angle. Jeep.
Jeep. And this is, pretty prominent. I mean,
Or Page. It might be Page.
okay.
Tommy, you can help us with that. Once again, studying American flags. There's another one.
Hey, why is it backwards?
That's a really good question. Anyway, so there's.
Why is the American flag
I have
backwards?
no-
I don't know.
well, I think it's to mirror the other side, which is
It mirrors
the right
the other
direction.
side. Yes. That's the only.
Does it bother you guys? It bothers me.
It's
weird.
It's in terms of the sight of it, it looks a little strange. I don't really think they should have put it there.
Oh, Nathan, before you go to the other Jeep logos,
Yeah.
this is what we're talking about. There's another, I think, slight. Oh, maybe it's on the other side, but there's something that says here level 0. I don't know if you can tell that. Level 0. And on the other side it says started or 1963.
What does level 0 mean?
I don't know.
Well,
the
Tommy,
question-
dude, you're the truck dude.
Well, I just saw that last night.
Level 0, and you don't even know? Man.
People at Jeep and Stellantis, please let me know what
Or
level.
actually, viewers, if any of you know what
what's the other
level
side
0
say, Andre?
means.
1963.
What does that stand for?
That's when the original Wagoneer was first introduced.
Which my dad had one of those, by the way, which was before I was born. But, Roman was in high school. So there's nothing on this plate here, which is interesting. Doesn't it look like there's something that should be written here?
So, Nathan,
Yeah.
Carlos says it's backwards, the flag, because the rules of the flag dictates that the Navy field always points forward.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Carlos. Appreciate it. Did not know that. All right. And then moving on to the final Jeep logo. Boop, right there. So it's really funny that Andre was sort of thrown into the whole mix of, no, this is a Wagoneer. This is
not a Jeep.
It's not a Jeep. And yeah, it is. There's Jeep written all over it. I'm sure there's places that we've missed too. So
Two last questions.
Yeah, here's the mic.
People want to know the price and the options. This is all we got, so you can show. We don't have them in.
yeah, it's not a full
And
sticker.
then they want to know what's the difference between the Grand Wagoneer and the Wagoneer,
Yes, Andre.
and the Grand Cherokee L and the regular Cherokee. Why don't you guys kind of walk
Yeah.
them through that?
So why don't we start with the Cherokee and work our way up?
You just opened up a can of
No,
worms.
no problem. Okay, so the Cherokee is just like the one, we have a 2001 model, by the way, which
Grand
we're using,
Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee that we're using for testing. The new one came out, and it has basically the same powertrains, but the body is new, if I'm correct. And then they went and stretched it and made a 3-row version of it called the Cherokee L, Grand Cherokee
Grand
L.
Cherokee, yeah.
Okay, same vehicle, basically stretched. Then they got a frame and shoved it underneath an all-new platform for the Wagoneer, which has a 5.7-liter engine. It's the only engine it comes with currently. I'm pretty sure that the 3.6 probably won't pull it up a hill very well. And then you have this one, the top of the hill, big engine, big money. That's it. And that is the Grand Wagoneer.
Oh, wait, there's 3 versions of it.
Yes, well, there's different versions of the other ones too.
Well, so,
So-
I think to make it a little bit more confusing, first, before we clear everything up, is that the styling, and this is my opinion, of the new Grand Cherokee L is similar to the Grand Wagoneer.
Right.
Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it has
Like
a similar
really
shape.
yeah.
Yes. In fact, people sometimes send us images of a Grand Cherokee L, and they're telling us it's a Grand Wagoneer, and that's not true.
That's the biggest problem is that I think this is handsome on its own, but when I see it next to a Grand Cherokee, I truly believe that it's like way too similar, and that is a problem. They need to be very different.
The Grand Cherokee and the Grand Cherokee L are unibody vehicles, independent suspensions, of course, different engines. There is even a hybrid coming, right? A plug-in.
Different axles and everything else, too.
Right, 4xe. This is a truck base, like you said. The Wagoneer Series 2 and 3. Then the Grand Wagoneer 1, 2, 3, and Obsidian. Obsidian is like a blacked out version, basically, of the Grand Wagoneer.
Well, hence the Obsidian
So
part.
did that make it clearer or muddier?
I think it made it relatively clear.
Yeah.
And here's the good news. As far as we know, Jeep's not done. We actually have some images that have come in of some sharp-minded people out there who saw prototypes of these, which we were wondering, why are there more prototypes? Well, it looks like there's a longer wheelbase version that might be coming out.
Yeah, that was the rumor, and somebody just had a picture of something that appears to be a longer wheelbase of this still. So I think what Jeep is doing is actually covering all the bases, right, with Grand Cherokee and all the other SUVs that they have.
So they're going to have an L version of everything. So eventually Tommy's Jeep's going to have an L, and then they'll throw 2 extra doors on it. Oh, wait.
Mike has a donation of $5 Canadian.
thank you, Mike. Appreciate
Happy
it.
holidays, guys. Keep up the great content.
Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing
Happy
Day.
Boxing Day, Mike.
Yes, so really appreciate you guys' support, and thank you for joining the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions? Okay, I think
Yeah.
we're going to tie a little bow on this. Guys, remember, this turns into a regular video when we're done. We will be checking questions and hopefully answering a couple of them. And if you guys have any additional information about the Grand Wagoneer, we would love to know it.
Oh, people want a quick ride around the block. Unfortunately, we would lose Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Can we start it real quick, though?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the mic down there.
Yeah, get the mic to them. I love the sound of this big Hemi, which is, by the way, in the Power Wagon, rumor has it, one of my favorite pickup trucks.
So you take the wide view and,
Okay. Are we ready?
yep. I think I'm now deaf.
Yeah, and thank you to our patrons also, Andre, for making this possible.
Yeah.
Somebody said put a plug in. Yes, I love our patrons.
Patreon.com/TFLcar. Actually, on all of our podcasts, right, Nathan?
Right. Oh, I love that.
We always thank you guys. And patreon.com/TFLcar, if you donate, that's a great place to interact with us, ask questions. And also Boston Dan 77, $9.99 donation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Boston Dan.
Yay, Boston. All right, guys. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you next time.